Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. This is Rispa from Rutuba Bioagric and Organic Fertilizers Limited, and I hope you and your families are well. I have been listening to my farmers. I interact with many farmers, and I have been doing a lot of listening lately. And the more I listen, I think the more it occurs to me that there is need to have this discussion, and that is what will inform my little broadcast today. But before I do that, I'd just like to emphasize that I work for Rutuba Bioagric and Organic Fertilizers, and at Rutuba, the value we bring to the farmer is that we help the farmer transition to complex biofertilizers. Our value proposition is from manures to complex biofertilizers. We are your transitioning partner. We solution you to be able to transition to organic farming. Back to today's topic. Like I've said, I have been listening. And my observation is that most farmers are finding it either too difficult to discern the trends that are shaping up, and have actually been shaping up for the last 12 years or so on the agricultural scene in Kenya, or if they are designing, they are taking way too long to make the necessary adjustments. So I have titled our little conversation today, Designing the Trend. And I would like us to just talk about 2 or 3 very major introductions to agricultural scene that are greatly changing the way things have been in times past, and requiring the farmer to make adjustments to survive. Allow me to use an analogy first before we go to the nitty-gritties. I want us to look at that picture. That is a river. And the river is meandering along a course. I want us to observe 2 things. One, that the river has a general direction, okay? Even as it meanders, you can observe a general direction, okay? But the fact that the river is meandering means that it is always taking stock of the realities along its path and making adjustments as it keeps the general direction. I repeat, as it keeps the general direction, it is meandering, okay? And making adjustments to whatever realities it finds along the way, as it keeps to its general direction. The farmer is trying to do that in Kenya. He's trying to maximize his profits, or he should be trying to maximize his profits. But of course, the trends keep changing. The realities in which he's navigating keep changing day in, day out. And he has to be aware of those. So what does that call for? I think it calls for 2 things. One, keeping the eye on the goal. And the goal is not farming because I have some land and people farm, so I farm. It is because I farm as a farmer to maximize profits. I believe that should be the motive that drives every farmer. Not just to make some profit, but to make maximum profits out of their venture. So they need to keep their eye on the goal. 2, the farmer needs to be adaptable, just like that river. The farmer needs to take stock of the environment in which he's existing and making whatever adjustments he needs to be able to make to be able to navigate towards that given goal called profit maximization. With that said, let us come to the nitty-gritties of our realities. Some two things that I think in the trends a farmer needs to be very aware of today. One is that the mindset of the farmer needs to change. This has happened quite a bit with the small-scale farmer, but the large-scale farmer is a lot more, it's taking the large-scale farmer a lot more time to come to this page. More and more, the farmer is being forced to look at the farming venture as a business. He needs to invest in the kind of farming that enables him to get a maximum return on his investment. Let me put it this way. Think of a shopkeeper in his shop. Okay? He stocks items and he waits for the customers to come and buy. This shopkeeper is constantly taking stock. He's able to see which are the slow-moving items. Okay? And for the slow-moving items, what will he do? He will adjust accordingly. He will keep lower stocks, observe lower stock levels of those slow-moving items. And then he will look and ask himself, does the customer need more? What do I seem to be selling more? What is their demand for, And he will stock more of those, isn't it? If a customer comes and asks for something that he doesn't have, and then he observes that a number of customers are asking for something he does not have, what does he do? He goes and looks for that item and he stocks it up. Okay? Now, that is what the farmer is going to have to do as well. The farmer is required to consider his venture as a shopkeeper would a business, and stock only what gives him maximum return and only that for which there is demand. Okay? So he must be sensitive to what the market is asking for. What does that mean? It means that he has got to be out there looking for the information, market intelligence. Alternatively, he can find a service provider who's always informing him about what is going on in the market, but the farmer must be out there looking for that information, looking for market intelligence, and then only providing that which the market requires. All right? And he also must be able to monitor his margins so that he can see what makes him most profitable. All right? And he always must be making those adjustments. So we talk about adaptability here. All right? And the farmer having to change his mindset and to adapt the mindset of a businessman, because the farming venture is a business. Okay? So mindset. There is that change where the farmer should be, and many farmers have adopted that already, be thinking about maximizing their return on the investment. So there is that change on the mindset of the farmer. Another change that has been observed before this, extension used to be the work of the government. The government was required to get the information out there to the farmers. So farmers saw agricultural extension officers looking for them. Now that's changed, I think, about 10 years ago. And there is a requirement for the farmer to go out there and get the information for himself. Remember, we have just said this is now a business like a shop. Okay? So the farmer must go there and get the information he requires to improve on his venture. So, information previously provided by agricultural extension workers who sought the farmer out is a thing of the past. The farmer has to seek the extension out himself. Agricultural extension is now demand-driven. So farmer, stop waiting for the extension officer to look for you. Stop saying, come here and tell me, you must go there and look for the extensioner. That is the way things are now, okay? It is demand-driven. Secondly, there are many private sector players offering agricultural extension services. They come at a cost, and the farmer should be willing to pay the cost if he is interested in getting more value from his venture. So one good thing that has happened is that there is a lot more advice, a lot more help, but it's being given by the private sector. It therefore comes at a cost. But if you look at the cost that you'll invest to get the information and the results you'll get in the end, there is no comparison. Okay, I like to look at it this way. In our scenario today, most of us have dairy cattle. Yeah. If one of those cows gets sick, we will call in the vet and we will pay the vet whatever the vet asks for. Is that not true? Now, we must start doing the same for our cultivation, for our farming. That needs to be, we need to change our mindset and be more willing to pay for quality consultancy. Okay. So, one, extension has to be demand driven, and two, it will cost us something. We need to be willing to invest in that kind of information, because in any case, just like we say for our cow, we'll still get the return. We should look at our farming venture the same way. So yes, extension has changed, but yes, there is so much more help available. It will cost you something, but it will make the whole world of difference for you. Another thing that has been introduced into the onto the farming scene, and you'll expect to see a lot more of it, is the requirement that we farm more sustainably. Okay, that means that we farm in ways that are friendly to our environment as well. Apart from being more productive, first of all, first and foremost, remember we have said it's a business. It must be more productive, isn't it? But it also must be environmentally sound. It must not hurt our environment. Okay, and one of the things we will have to do is to be more careful about the health of our soils. Okay, one of the things we'll have to adapt is soil testing. I'm glad to let you know, but from what I have seen, there's a lot of innovation in that space of soil testing. There are actually people who have, again, the private extensioners, again, they seem to have a tool that you just insert on various points of the farm and you read out to them what you're seeing. Okay. And right there on the farm, right there, you'll be able to get the results of what your soils look like and whatever advice you'll need to enhance the quality of that soil. But yes, we will need to embrace soil testing, and we'll need to be more conscious of the need to nurture that resource, because soil is a resource for us as farmers. We need to be more careful of the way we deal with it. Okay, and the way we take care of its fertility, and the way we nurture that soil, that it may nurture the plant and nurture all of us in the long run. So soil testing is something you need to think about. If you require more information about the more innovative ways of doing it, I'll give you my contact at the end of this presentation. You can reach out to me and I will help you out with that one. The other thing we need to do is to embrace organic farming. Right now, we're just being told organic farming is a good idea. The time is not far off when it shall be a requirement to farm organically. So, farmer, are you experimenting with organic alternatives right now? If you're not, you should be. You should be. There's a lot of innovation again around that space, where organic is also productive. We say first and foremost, the inputs must be productive, and then organic. So again, the trend or the wave of the future is organic farming. Right now, we are being told organic farming as an alternative. The time is coming on to be the only way to go. So find your inputs now. Find an input supplier, experiment with them, see what works for you. Again, for that reason, I'm here for you. If you need a partner in that one, you can contact me and we can see how we can go about that journey with you. You can try on a small patch first. Then as you gain confidence in it, you can use it more and more. So I hope I have been able to highlight just one or two things that we need to think about. The good old days are gone for good, that is true. But the new realities also present new opportunities for the farmer who anticipates the changes, Remember the analogy of the river? That farmer who's always taking stock of his realities and making the necessary returns, even as he stays to the course of maximizing his profits, that is a farmer who is going to survive. So yes, change is happening, but yes, that change too has a lot of potential to make things even better for us as farmers. I wish you all a very good day. Should you be in town, Kitale Town, visit us at Club 100 Plaza, behind Nyayo Market. But again, we're in the time of the quarantine, the containment. So you can give me a call on 0713 352 440, and I'll be happy to have a discussion with you around the issues that we have raised today. Have yourselves a lovely day. Thank you.